Good morning, first grade. Welcome back to math. Today, you are going to need a couple materials for our math lesson. So for today, you will need your red math folder. Okay, so make sure you have that. You will also need to go into your Wednesday folder and make sure that you have your class fact practice. You will also need your guided class practice, as well as your baggie with your pattern blocks. So you can go ahead and pause the video, make sure you have all those things. Oh, and a pencil, make sure you have that pencil. Grab all of those things and then come right back so that we can get started with our lesson. Okay, hopefully by now you have your things sitting in front of you. Today we are going to be taking a look at pattern blocks. These are your pattern blocks, okay? Now, we like to use pattern blocks because we want to make things out of them, right? I know that if I take two of these and I put them together, I make a whole one that looks just like this. You can go ahead and do that. You can take yours and you can maybe make a person from it. If I work real hard at it. Maybe I can give them some legs. Arm, right, I mean, you can play around with this, right, with all your different blocks. However you would need to. Okay, so you can make all sorts of things with them. In fact, I'm going to give you just a little bit of time to play around with your blocks. And when I say that it's time to stop, we have to stop and we have to put them to the side, because a big part of this is being able to listen the first time we're told some things so that we can use our fun manipulatives. Okay, so go ahead and make shapes with them, make designs. Maybe you want to make flower petals. You can make flower petals. Go ahead. Okay, first grade. Why don't you go ahead and stop playing with your pattern blocks? Why don't you go ahead and put your hands and fold them in front of you so that you're not tempted to play with them. Now, hopefully you notice a couple of things about the pattern blocks. Hopefully you notice that if I take a couple of them together, I can make the same shape as the yellow shape. Hopefully you realize that. I could take my flower apart here, and if I take my flower apart, you're not doing this, make sure you're watching, okay? When I take my flower apart, I can use 3 blue ones and it makes the exact same shape as my yellow one, okay? I can have these orange squares which don't match up if I want to put it on top of the yellow, but they are important to use nonetheless. You should have had some green ones in your baggie. You should have seen that 6 of the green triangles will match up also with the yellow, okay? But you also should have noticed that there's different colors, okay? You should have had 6 different colors and shapes of pattern blocks. So what colors did we have? We had yellow, we had red, we had blue, you had a green triangle, which I don't have right now with me because I gave them all to you. You have an orange, and you have a tan. So with my green one stuck in here, how many total do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 different shapes. Now, we want to know the names of these shapes. So this yellow one here, This yellow one here is called a hexagon. Say hexagon, hexagon. The green block that I don't have, that is a triangle. What is that? That is a triangle. This piece here, we know that is a square. It has 4 sides. They're all the same length. That's a square. We have the red block here. That is called a trapezoid. You'll notice that a trapezoid is going to have 2 sides that are going to angle in toward each other, and then the other 2 sides are going to go straight across from each other. One is just longer than the other. So this is called the trapezoid. And both the blue and the tan pieces are parallelograms. Both of those are parallelograms. Okay, now what you have a chance to do is actually see those pieces in your math folder so that you'll be able to use them or use it as a resource when you need it. Okay, so take your math folder, and what I would like you to do, please, is I would like you to open your math folder up. Because if I open up my math folder, I see my pattern block polygons, don't I? So here are my 6 polygons, and I would like you to go ahead and point to the hexagon. Hopefully you pointed right here. Go ahead and point to the triangle. Point to the square. Point to the trapezoid. Point to the blue parallelogram. That's this one. And point to the tan parallelogram. That's here. The tan parallelogram can also be called a rhombus. What is the other name for it? Rhombus. So you can call this a rhombus, or you may call it a parallelogram. Okay. Today, first grade, what we're going to do next is we're going to clear our pattern blocks, and we're going to get out our class fact practice. So go ahead and grab out your class fact practice. All right, first grade, your class practice should be sitting in front of you. And what you need to do first is put your name on your paper. So go ahead and put your name on your paper. Make sure you use your best handwriting so that I know who you are. If you are Layla, please make sure that you put Layla and your initial of your last name. So Layla M, Layla C, Layla J. That way we'll know exactly who you are. Okay. And then you're gonna go ahead right now and you're going to fill out the front side of this sheet. I'm going to give you 2 minutes to do as much of it as you can. 2 minutes. Ready, set, go. Okay, now that your 2 minutes is up, you are going to just see what you have left, okay? So for today, just see what you have left, see how many you didn't finish. If you didn't finish, that's okay, because each day we're going to practice getting better and get a little quicker with our math facts. So don't worry if you did not finish today. What you can do later is you can go ahead and take a crayon or a colored pencil and finish the rest of the problems. That way you still feel that accomplishment of getting it done, and you'll be able to physically see exactly which ones you didn't finish today. Okay, one tip, in case you started at 2 plus 2 and then you went down to 2 plus 2 here, then you went to 3 plus 3 and you went over to 4 plus 4, right? And you kind of scattered all over the place. What I want you to make sure you do next time, if that was you, is I'd like you to start up at the top and I'd like you to go all the way over. Then go to the next row and go all the way over. Then go to your third row and finish all of those problems until you are done. That way, you are able to see a little more organized way of what you have left to do and how many problems you did not finish this time. Okay, so practice, practice, practice. Keep working on your math facts, and it will get better every single day. All right, now first grade, you finished the front side and you had to flip to the back side. This is your homework for your facts tonight, fact homework 6B. So you're gonna go ahead and you will complete this side. Then you will ask mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, auntie, big brother or sister, someone who's older than you to correct this, okay? If you have ones that are wrong, have them circle them for you or have them put a little X by the problem that's wrong, and you can go ahead and fix that up. And then this will need to go into your folder. Okay, make sure this gets in your folder. Now we're going to go ahead and take a look at our guided class practice. So make sure that you have your guided class practice sitting in front. Please make sure that you are right away getting your name on your paper. You will hear me say that every single day for every single class. And yesterday was the 8th, which means today is the 9th. I almost wrote a 1 instead of a 2. But we all make mistakes. That's why you guys are using pencil with your work to make sure that if you make a mistake, you can fix it. So make sure you have your name and September 9th, comma, 2020. All right, here we go. First one, fill in the missing days of the week. Tuesday, Friday. Okay, so we need to know what comes after Tuesday. What comes after Tuesday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right, Wednesday. You need to have a capital W for Wednesday. The rest of your letters are lowercase. And one tip, you'll notice how big your line is. So you'll need to make sure that your handwriting fits the space that you have to write your days of the week there. After Wednesday comes, well, let's say it again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then after Thursday is Friday. You'll notice I have a capital T for Thursday. Capital T for Thursday, and the rest of the letters are lowercase. Now today, for number 2, draw a square to the left of the circle. Okay, here's our circle. We have to draw a square to the left of the circle. To the left, to the left. Okay, draw a square. Remember that a square has 4 equal sides. Then it says, draw a triangle to the right of the circle. You'll remember that a triangle has 3 sides. All 3 sides have to touch though in order for it to be a triangle. All 4 sides have to touch for it to be a square. Okay, now it says to use the class birthday graph to answer these next 2 questions. It wants to know how many birthdays are in February. Okay, well, let's take a quick Look, it's upside down. I'm gonna show you a different way. Let's go ahead and take a look. You'll need to look at my box where you see my picture, where you see me, in order to do this, okay? Thanks for being patient, and I got that up for you. Okay, look in my little box. It says how many birthdays are in February. Here's February. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you're going to go ahead and write 7. Now it wants to know which months have exactly 2 birthdays. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oh, what month is that? That's the month of August. So you're going to write August. And let's see if there's another one. Oh, and the other month is October. So you'll need to put a comma, and then you will write October. You'll notice that I have a capital A for August and a capital O for October. Okay. Great job being patient while I move that. So we have August and October. Okay, now, if you need more time with those, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and keep moving with number 4. 100, oops, I should read my directions, shouldn't I? Count backward by tens. Fill in the missing numbers. So we have 100, 90, 80, what comes before 80? 70, oh, guess what, I have a resource if I need it. See, here's my tens here, aren't they? What's before 70? 60, that's 60. Before 60 comes 50, and then 40. Before 40 is 30. Before 30 comes 20, and then 10. All right, great work. We have one more problem to solve, and that is problem number 5. It says, write the digital time. So we look at our clock over here, and what time does our clock say? Our hour hand is pointing at the 2, and our minute hand is going through the 12. Remember, through the 12 means o'clock, doesn't it? Okay, so what is the digital time? 2 o'clock. So the 2 goes on the left of the colon, and the 2 zeros go to the right of the colon. Friends, the back side of this sheet is your second piece of homework for today. You need to make sure that you put your name and don't forget the date. Okay, don't forget your name and the date. If you need help with spelling those, remember you can look in your math folder. Okay, same thing if you need help with your missing numbers, look at the 100 numbers chart on the back. Same thing with counting by tens and filling in the missing numbers. Use your resources, that's what they're there for. Okay, so go ahead and get this homework done, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.